Hey guys, it's your girl Munna. We're back on another reaction video. Cause by the title, I'm reacting to King Von Friends Money. OBLOCK, Money Duke, and Yungin killed in Chicago. This is sad because I heard of him before, but I know the OBLOCK Yungin. I think he was there the same time of Vaughn had got killed.
Munna Duke and Yungin were OBLOCK OGs who survived the war in Chirac for years, but somebody took both of them out at the same time, so they were breaking the whole thing down. Munna Duke and Yungin were both on the north side of Chicago in a neighborhood called Edgewater. OBLOCK is on the south side of the city, so Munna Duke and Yungin might have thought they were safe to party in the north, but somebody slid on them outside of a bar and shot both of them. According to one witness, they saw—
You're never safe in your city. It don't matter if you're in the suburbs. If it's in your same state that you know you got ops in, you are not safe. You gotta go to another state to feel safe.
A dude wearing a ski mask pacing outside of the bar. That would have already been weird, but they also said that there were dudes inside the bar who were masked up. Then Munna Duke and Yungin walked outside, and that's when the dude who—
I don't mean to keep pausing, but I don't like stuff like that. If I see anybody with a mask, anybody that looks shiesty, I'm leaving. I don't care. I don't care.
Was walking around up to the strap and started shooting. If that story's true, then it makes the whole situation look really sketchy. Most bars wouldn't let anyone in who's wearing a shiesty like that, and security should have noticed a dude pacing around the front door too. Munna Duke and Yungin were both taken to the hospital, but unfortunately the doctors couldn't save them, and they both died that night. There was a third dude at the scene who got shot in the back, but he made it out of the situation alive. Rumors say that the third dude was Munna Duke and Youngin's homie Damo from 600, but it hasn't been confirmed. Munna Duke hadn't been out of jail for long before he died. He was in and out of jail for years, and in February 2024, he got booked on gun charges. Munna Duke and Yungin were both tight with King Von too, but Munna Duke was locked up when King Von was popping off in the rap game. And on the track Demon, Von rapped, "Talking about bodies, I got a few. 4 plus 3, 3 plus 2. I'm King Von, nigga, who is you? We gon' buy them all when they free Duke." Munna Duke came home, hopped to the booth, and started dissing ops from the jump like on the track 12 a.m. when he rapped, "It's 12 a.m., Glock in my pants. We can't catch him, then we nailin' his mans. Bitch got hit, I don't give a fuck. Nigga play crazy, do his ass like duck." Nobody knows how Munna Duke and Yungin got caught like that or who pulled the trigger, but they were allegedly drinking and celebrating their homie Gleesh's birthday. Gleesh wasn't originally from OBLOCK, but he moved there and allegedly put in a lot of work for the crew. King Von even dropped a track called Gleesh Plays back in the day and raps, "Finna buy a car," Gleesh say, "Get it straight. Finna buy some guns," Gleesh say, "Get a crate. I'm finna throw some ones," Gleesh say, "No you ain't." Munna Duke and Yungin were two of the oldest OBLOCK dudes who were still around. Yungin allegedly never did a lot of dirt in the trenches, but there's a lot of rumors about Munna Duke catching bodies. Right after Munna Duke and Yungin got killed, Mook from Taekwon World posted a photo of his dead homies Poppy and TB. Some people were saying that Munna Duke was involved with the Poppy hit, but most rumors said that Munna Duke's homie HK is the one who pulled the trigger on Poppy. Munna Duke might have been on the TB hit, but there's no evidence he killed either of them. There were definitely a lot of dudes in Chicago who were happy to see Munna get killed though. KI's big brother hopped on IG and tried to make it sound like he had something to do with it, but nobody really thinks he was involved with the hit. FBG Young Clown Munna Duke were after—
This is not funny, but this remind me when is it Duck? FBG Duck passed and everybody was going on live. Yo, I seen freaking Reese. This man hopped straight online. I think he was the first person to hop on live before I even found out that he passed. And then next thing you know, Dirk went on live. It was like they was just letting it be known like
News
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
FBG and OBLOCK have been beefing forever, and Munna Duke dissed FBG Young on the track Quick Message when he raps, "We catch go dumb, we stretch them too. We bailing out like Mexicans. I don't really do diss tracks, but this right here's a message." Nobody knows what went down yet, but there's a rumor going around that makes the situation sound even crazier. Lil Durk signed a dude named Chucky, who reps a crew called Ghoulie Gang. A lot of people in the set used the word bloodbath, and a few weeks before Munna Duke and Yungin got killed, their homie Gleesh allegedly dissed Ghoulie Gang on the vlog. Ghoulie Gang and OBLOCK have been going back and forth for a while, and in 2024, a dude from Ghoulie Gang aired OBLOCK out and said all of them were sweet and burnt out. Nobody knew how serious the beef really was though, and after Munna and Yungin got killed, a dude from Ghoulie Gang allegedly clowned them on IG. Ghoulie Gang and OBLOCK used to be cool with each other, but the beef allegedly got sparked when a dude from Ghoulie Gang named Savage allegedly tried to rob Boss Top and OBLOCK. Both sides allegedly started shooting at each other, and there's been beef ever since. That's why a lot of people were shocked that Lil Durk signed Chucky to his OTF label. Dirk had his own wave going before he got booked on a murder case, but he was still tapped in with a lot of dudes from OBLOCK.
Bro, I be forgetting that Dirk locked up on a murder charge. Murder to hire charge.
After the hit on Munna Duke.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Dirk was gonna be one of them, like, to stay out of trouble. I thought he was gonna be like Keith and them. Like, I feel like that's the main three you don't really hear much of. Dirk, Herb, and Sosa. So it's like, to see Dirk locked up, it's like, bro, like, you was the neighborhood hero, like,
how? Went down, the shooters ditched their whip and set it on fire to get rid of the evidence. And the car was allegedly found just a few blocks away from Ghoulie Gang's hood. That doesn't mean Ghoulie Gang was actually involved with the hit, though. There were a lot of people who wanted Munna Duke gone, and he already survived one shooting back in 2018. It's not clear if Yungin had ever been shot at before, but it doesn't seem like he was the main target anyways. What makes the situation even more tragic is that Munna Duke just had a kid with D-Thing's baby mama. Lil Durk's brother D-Thing got killed back in 2021, and then Munna Duke started hooking up with his...
I feel for her. I honestly do, because your first baby father passed away. You meet somebody, you have a kid with this person, and for them to pass away, it's like... I see a lot of people... This is why these pages be so, like... I see a lot of people clowning her. One thing about it, I'ma always, like, keep it real. Yes, this is what happens when you date these type of guys. Like, I'm sure she's hurt, of course, but a lot of us females know what comes with dating people like this. Not even just, sometimes, like, just dating somebody in general. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But when it comes to street dudes, this should be your top, like, okay, if I date him, he could either be killed or in jail. So us females, like, we know what comes with it. But it's like people just rub it in her face, like trying to call her like a back door or whatever. And I'm just like, damn, like, shorty literally just lost 2 of her baby daddies. Her kids have no fathers. Like, y'all don't show no type of sympathy. But I could understand where y'all coming from too, because it's like, I ain't gonna lie, my first baby daddy passed away. I'm not dating nobody, actually. I'm not dating no street dudes. Matter of fact, if I date somebody, you can never leave the house, because now I'm just paranoid. But I do feel for her, because that's a brand new baby.
Baby mama. Like, Munna Duke allegedly had a lot of drama about women and even got hit with a domestic violence charge. Rumors say he was hooking up with King Von's ex Asian doll after Von died. And then he had some drama with Lil Durk's artist OTF Twin, because Twin started hooking up with one of Munna Duke's other baby mamas. Some people think Munna Duke actually got set up by a woman, and that's how the ops caught him and Yungin at a bar in Edgewater. But right now, nobody really knows how it went down. After Munna Duke and Yungin got killed, somebody who allegedly reps Front Street posted a pic wearing an OBLOCK chain, and people were saying that somebody had snatched it off of Duke's body. A lot of people thought the shooter was self-snitching like crazy, but then some other people hopped into the comments and said it wasn't even Munna's chain.
It's not his
We don't know who pulled the trigger on him, but Munna Duke's baby mama said he was putting too much pressure on the ops and they were hating. J-Man thinks that Munna Duke and Yungin got back.
Come on, girl. Like, why?
We don't know who pulled the trigger on him, but Munna Duke's baby...
He said I was... But you know I was 2 toes no matter what. It's like too much pressure. Had to... glasses. I'm sorry. Too much pressure had them niggas hating on you. You talked about everything, but this wasn't one in a million years. I would have thought this would be our last days. You share so many memories. I tried most of them. I got our son, and I got you. I feel like she shouldn't even put that, like, too much pressure on these niggas hating. I mean, they was hating for him to be killed, but I mean, you could tell she knew what it was like. It said she would have thought a million years, but it's like, then you say he was putting too much pressure on these niggas. So it's like 50-50. Like, she knew, but she probably didn't expect it to be so soon. But like I said, like, this is what comes with dating people in the street. Like, this is what really comes with it. It's sad. It's sad that 2 friends lost their life at the same time. It is sad. But this is what they be telling y'all. This is what comes with the streets. This is why it's so sad. It's like, this should be a wake-up call to people. Like, get your money and stay out the way. Like, get out y'all hoods. Get out y'all neighborhoods. Like, there's no way they should be hanging out anywhere late at night, not being on point. You know what I'm saying? Not to blame the victims, because you never blame the victims, but shit like this just be sad. And they got kids, bro. Now kids gotta live without their parents, and now it's about to be on cycle, because now they people gonna want revenge.
Mama said he was putting too much pressure on the ops and they were hating. J-Man thinks that Munna, Duke, and Yungin got backdoored.
It had to be a backdoor. Because when you break this shit down, if you coming out of bar, how somebody just gonna know you coming out the bar right when you coming out the bar? I don't care if they like, yeah, so-and-so winner. They say soon Duke and them left out the bar, that's when the shit played out.
But there's no evidence they got snaked by their own people. It looks like somebody definitely dropped the location.
Yes.
That's why the shooter was posted up outside, waiting for Munna, Duke, and Yungin to...
And the person is inside because you tell me as soon as they come out, they got killed? No, that means the person is inside. The snake is inside. Somebody who either knows them or seen them in that bar or whatever was texting the shooters like, all right, they about to leave right now, so that way they don't hit no innocent people. That's the whole setup. That's not no coincidence. Oh, I see you in the club, I'm gonna go outside. And no, that's a very much they planned this whole thing out.
But that doesn't mean their own homie dropped the location. And before he died, Yungin actually posted on IG and told people to DM him for the location of where they were partying. So the shooters could have got the drop through Yungin. You never know who's actually behind an IG page. And the ops could have tricked Yungin into dropping the location to somebody he didn't even know.
I think it could have been a pretty ass female with a fat ass. He probably look at that page like, ooh, send the location.
Fue un accidente. Comuníquese con las oficinas legales.
If you're not my peoples, don't ask me. I'm not sending you no location. Like, I'm not about to get on IG and be like, oh, pull up and you know you have ops. That's the thing. Like, everybody who should know the location should know the location. Don't go on IG like, oh, y'all want the location or pull up to this spot, this, that. That's the same thing that happened to Fulio. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to blame these guys, but it's like,
This
shit is like, what the
Por un equipo dedicado.
And it's sad because it's like, as soon as they leave, they sitting there celebrating. They both, you know what I'm saying? And then they talking about somebody snatched his chain while he
had something to do with it. But nobody really thinks he was involved with the hit.
That's not like they took that for a souvenir or something.
FPG and OBLOCK have been
right here.
But then some other people hopped into the comment. A lot of people thought the shooter was self-snitching like crazy.
That is self-snitching, because if that's real, that's self-snitching. But this is overall sad, like.
But then some other people hopped into the comments and said it wasn't even Munna's chain. We don't know who pulled the trigger on him, but Munna Duke's baby mama said he was putting too much posted up outside, waiting for Munna Duke and Yungin to walk out. But that doesn't mean their own homie dropped the location. And before he died, Yungin actually posted on IG and told people to DM him for the location of where they were partying. So the shooters could have got the drop through Yungin. You never know who's actually behind an IG page. And the ops could have tricked Yungin into dropping the low.
Stuff like this really do be sad. I'm not even gonna lie, like, it definitely gets shocked. That's crazy. Like, I know the Yungin one, I know like he was always with Vaughn. I know he was like with Vaughn the day Vaughn died. That's just crazy. 2 friends passed away. We're not like Fulio. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, like dropping locations, and it's not even just about dropping locations. It's you gotta leave your hometown. You have to, because people gonna see you, drop the location on you, and this is just overall sad. But if you got like reaction, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn that post notification bell on so you know when I've been video, and I'll see you in my next video.